Have you ever wondered what your ancestors would say if they could see the life you're living today? Would they be proud, confused, or maybe even disappointed? In this video, we dive into the idea of ancestral judgment. Do the dead watch over us? Do they whisper warnings? Or do they simply fade into the silence of the afterlife? Some believe that the choices we make, our careers, relationships, even where we live, carry the weight of those who came before us. Others say our ancestors only care that we live true to ourselves. But what if we're haunted by the idea that we've strayed too far from the path they imagined? Throughout history, many cultures have believed that the spirits of ancestors continue to exist after death, maintaining a connection with the living. This belief often manifests in practices where the deceased are honored and remembered through various rituals and ceremonies. In Chinese culture, honoring ancestors is a huge deal. Families keep shrines, make offerings, and even burn paper money so their ancestors can live comfortably in the afterlife. The idea? If you take care of them, they'll take care of you. But if you forget them, well, let's just say bad luck might be heading your way. In Japan, ancestor veneration is a mix of indigenous Shinto beliefs and Buddhist practices. Families often set up Butsudan, Buddhist altars, in their homes to honor deceased relatives, offering food, incense, and prayers. The Obon festival, held annually, is one of the most important events, where it's believed that the spirits of ancestors return to visit the living. During this time, families light lanterns to guide them back home, make offerings, and perform traditional dances to celebrate their return. It's like a family reunion, only this time, the guests are spirits. In many African cultures, ancestors aren't just remembered, they're active members of the family. People believe they offer guidance, protection, and even help solve problems. But if you ignore them or break important traditions, things could go south pretty fast. In old European traditions, people believed their ancestors could stick around in the form of spirits or guardian figures. Some thought they lived in sacred trees, fields, or even inside the family home. Basically, if something strange happened, like a sudden chill or a candle flickering, it might not be the wind, it might be great-great-grandma checking in. Many indigenous cultures in North and South America believe that ancestors stay connected to the living. Through storytelling, rituals, and ceremonies, they pass down wisdom and keep traditions alive. Some even believe that animals or nature can be messengers from ancestors, reminding us of where we come from. Many of us feel the invisible pressure of our lineage. We carry family names, expectations, and sometimes even the weight of unfinished stories. There are people who refuse to pursue their dreams because they feel it would dishonor their family. Others take paths they don't want, becoming doctors, lawyers, or inheritors of businesses because of an unspoken duty to those who came before. And then there are those who break free, who carve their own way, who rebel against the past. But freedom doesn't always come without guilt. Have you ever felt like you were disappointing someone who isn't even alive? That's the burden of legacy. Here's a haunting thought. What if our ancestors don't care at all? What if the dead are too far removed, too distant, too consumed by whatever lies beyond to be concerned with our daily struggles? Maybe they don't sit in judgment. Maybe they don't whisper in our ears or send us signs. Maybe they simply let go the moment they leave this world. If that's true, then the only ones truly judging us are ourselves. At the end of it all, the question remains: do we live for them, or do we live for ourselves? Maybe the best way to honor our ancestors isn't to follow their footsteps exactly, but to embrace the Samer courage they had to make choices in their time. So, would your ancestors be proud? Or does it even matter?